Hello, happy Tuesday. So I wanted to take you through your assignment today. Yesterday in your classwork, you saw two assignments, 07, pressure and density in the atmosphere, and 08, troposphere and stratosphere. So today you're going to see atmosphere text analysis, which is a piece of text and questions that analyze it. So I'm going to read the text to you if that will help you answer the questions easier or comprehend the text better. So when you open your assignment, you're going to see questions. It says directions. Read the attached text doc linked here, which is where you will click on the blue words. And then you answer the questions. Please highlight your answers. And you can please read carefully. You can see the very first section is called pre-reading. So this would be a question you would answer before you read or listen to the article. And then you have numbers 2 through 9 that you can get right from the text, whether you're reading it or listening to it. And number 10 is for you to complete after you are finished reading or listening to the article. Here is the article. Earth is a great planet to live on because it has a wonderful atmosphere around it. This jacket of gases does a lot for us. It keeps us warm. It gives us oxygen to breathe. It protects us by absorbing harmful radiation from the sun, and it's also where our weather happens. The atmosphere surrounds our planet like the peel of an orange, but it's not the same everywhere. So I would urge you to pause the video here and take a look at the names and the heights of each layer of the atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere has 6 different layers: the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, ionosphere, and exosphere. They go all the way to outer space. Where the weather happens. The troposphere is the closest layer to Earth, and it's where almost all weather happens. Tropos means change, which makes sense because the troposphere is constantly mixing up the gases in this part of the atmosphere. The troposphere is between 5 and 9 miles high or thick, since the Earth is a ball, depending on where you are on Earth. It's thinnest at the North and South Pole. This layer contains the air we breathe and the clouds in the sky. The air here is mostly made of nitrogen, but it also has a large amount of oxygen, which animals use to breathe. Other elements in the air are water vapor, argon, and carbon dioxide. Cold, heavy air at the bottom, warm, light air on top. Above the troposphere, we have the stratosphere. Strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. There are no storms or winds here to mix up the air. Cold, heavy air is at the bottom, and warm, light air is at the top, which is the opposite of how the layers work in the troposphere. The stratosphere starts just above the troposphere and extends to 31 miles from the Earth's surface. The stratosphere is where you will find the very important ozone layer. This layer helps protect us from the ultraviolet or UV radiation from the sun. Sun radiation is energy that could heat up the Earth so much that plants and people would not be able to live on it. Where the meteor showers happen. The mesosphere lies between the thermosphere and the stratosphere. Meso means middle. This is the highest layer of the atmosphere in which the gases are all mixed up rather than being layered. The mesosphere starts just above the stratosphere and extends to 53 miles from the Earth's surface. The air is too thin for anyone to breathe. Meteors make it through the exosphere and thermosphere without much trouble. In these layers, there is not enough air to stop the meteors. But when the meteors hit the mesosphere, the gases cause friction and create heat, which is why meteors heat up and burn as they cross the sky. Where sound doesn't travel. The thermosphere lies between the exosphere and the mesosphere. Thermo means heat. The temperature in this layer can reach up to 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you were to hang out in the thermosphere, you would still be very cold. The air isn't dense enough to transfer the heat to you. Even sound cannot travel in the thermosphere because it needs the air to be dense. The thermosphere is where some satellites and the International Space Station move around Earth. These are machines that are sent up to study outer space. Astronauts even go live on the space station for many months. Where the auroras happen. An interesting layer called the ionosphere overlaps with the mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. It grows and shrinks depending on the energy or radiation it absorbs from the sun. Its name comes from the fact that gases in these layers are hit by solar radiation to form ions. The ionosphere grows based on the incoming radiation from the sun, so its exact size and shape can change throughout the day. The ionosphere is where auroras happen. These are the bright, beautiful bands of light that people can sometimes see near Earth's poles, like the famous aurora borealis, also called the northern lights. Auroras are caused by energy from the sun interacting with the atoms in the layer of the atmosphere. The layer separating all the rest from space. The exosphere is the outermost layer of our atmosphere. Exo means outside. This layer separates the rest of the atmosphere from outer space, and it extends from the top of the thermosphere up to about 6,200 miles high. The exosphere, which is almost as wide as Earth itself, has no air to breathe and is very cold. And that is the end of your text. Please replay or pause as much as you need or reread, and hopefully you'll be able to answer the questions on document 09, Atmosphere Text Analysis. Don't forget to highlight, and have a good day.